Savannah Chrisley discusses suicide attempt, weight gain backlash, and why family hid struggles, as well as Grayson's failure to have a normal childhood. On a recent edition of her podcast, Savannah Chrisley discussed a suicide attempt. While speaking with Real Housewives of Dallas alums Brandy Redmond and Stephanie Hallman about her fame, the Chrisley Knows Best star revealed details about her mental health struggles and the weight gain she endured during her early days on TV, as well as why her family kept those hardships hidden and reflected on her brother Grayson Chrisley's lack of a childhood. During my adolescence, I attempted suicide, and it was due to a variety of factors, but also the things people would say, Savannah admitted on the January 10th episode of Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley. Savannah recalls gaining 30 to 40 pounds after being diagnosed with endometriosis during the time she and her family were filming their program in Los Angeles. I've always been on the skinny side. When you're on TV, you think to yourself, I need to look beautiful at all times. And I began taking this drug. I physically gained 30–40 pounds in 3 months due to endometriosis, and people would look at me and say, it looks like you ate yourself, or it looks like you ate one too many cheeseburgers. Savannah revealed that confessing the hatred made her question her identity. I just thought, I can't do this anymore. And there were so many occasions when I just kept running and running and running, and then you get to a point where you're like, I can't run anymore, and I also can't cope with feeling like I feel, she said. Despite her difficulties, she and her family, including father Todd Chrisley and mother Julie Chrisley, stayed silent. We did such a good job hiding it. The producers were unaware. No one knew anything, she explained. My father is a very proud man, and growing up, especially on TV, it was like, we don't talk to therapists. We communicate with one another. That's exactly what you do. Nobody on the outside needs to know anything about our affairs. Savannah claims that her family was previously opposed to her speaking publicly on such a sensitive subject. However, Todd and Julie are now enthusiastic about seeking the assistance of medical specialists. They are in therapy like twice a week. My dad swears by his therapist, she shared. As for her own experience with therapy, Savannah said that after her suicide attempt years ago, she entered an intensive therapy program. It was like a game changer for me. It was finally the moment where you realize, like, hey, I need help. That was my kickstart to breaking apart, being at the lowest you've ever been to now. Okay, I can start to be who I want to be, she explained. But while Savannah may be better equipped to deal with haters today than she once was, that's not to say that they've backed off. In fact, she's been flooded in recent weeks due to her parents' legal drama, which recently garnered the couple 19 years behind bars. People don't realize their words, and even throughout this whole legal scandal that we've been going through, the things that people have said, I'm like, how can you say that to a child? Savannah wondered. Also, on the episode, Savannah shared her thoughts on her brother Grayson, who she is expected to care for while her parents are away, growing up in the spotlight. Grayson, he started watching TV when he was 5 or 6, and it's sort of sad to watch him because he's such an adult at 16, Savannah explained. With what my parents are going through, and witnessing him go through it, I look at it sometimes and think, you are not a kid. He says things that make me think, this is not a typical 16-year-old. Grayson, as Savannah admitted, can't remember a time when he wasn't on television. He didn't have a normal childhood, and now he's in treatment. He's working on it, but you grow up so quickly, she said.